him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack 'em a cob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Metallica's drummer Lars Ulrich recently offered insight into the band's persistent creative evolution, attributing their willingness to take artistic risk to the core part of their collective identity. In a new interview with Variety, conducted to promote Metallica's upcoming film project, Metallica Saved My Life, Ulrich explained what their continuing exploration is, not a choice, but it's a drive they have. He says, I don't think it was ever a choice. I would like to believe that we dictate our own narrative. And one of the key pieces of the individual and collective DNA in Metallica is curiosity. He elaborated that the band has always wanted to turn over rocks and look for new ideas and challenges. Beyond curiosity, Ulrich highlighted other significant motivators. He says another part is the fear of complexity, a fear of getting stuck, the claustrophobia. Oh my God, we got to keep evolving. We got to keep growing. We got to keep trying different shit. The fear of stagnation, of ending up on autopilot, a fear of repetitiveness, of just getting stuck. The deeply ingrained aversion to predictably have consistently pushed into their uncharted territory, he said. So we've always pushed ourselves into new and different creative endeavors. Whether it's the films or doing stuff with symphony orchestra or playing with different producers or new approaches, it's to make sure that we always keep it fresh and that we always challenge people to what we do, our fan base. Ulrich cited an early example of the philosophy. When Ride the Lightning came out, the fourth song, Fade to Black, had an acoustic guitar on it. While this initially caused some raised eyebrows and people in a very hard rock end of the community wondered what we were doing. But I would like to think that early on we stated that we're not to be boxed in and we were not to be doing always what people was expecting. We would not be the band to churn out the same record over and over again, just in a different sleeve or different, cover art. We were going to do everything that we could to prevent that from happening. Ulrich comments about Metallica Saved My Life, the movie, and it's set for a world premiere at Tribeca Film Festival, and the documentary stated for a wider release later in the year. It delves into Metallica's impact throughout the personal stories of the fans. Filmmaker Jonas Åkerlund, known for directing Metallica's music videos for Turn the Page, Whiskey in the Jar, and Man Unkind, interviewed fans for 23 different countries to compile the documentary narrative. In an April statement announcing the project, Metallica shared their vision for the film. So, as a few of you may know, we've been working behind the scenes the last couple of years on a new film that will be released later this year, starring you guys. Metallica Saved My Life explores our world through the lives of fans who have supported each other through highs, lows, trials, and triumphs over the past 4 decades. And yeah, we're in it for a little bit too. All right. Yes, this is something that I've always respected about Metallica, and I'm not one of these Metallica fans that like everything they do, or, oh, I don't like that album, this album. No, there's several albums I don't like from Metallica. I really don't. really after Master of Puppets. I don't think they ever achieved anything that great, you know. Yeah, I like Blacken and the song One and Dire Z from and Just for All, but the rest I couldn't get into, and I tried. Same thing with the Black Album. I tried that over and over, and at the end of the day, I only liked The God That Failed. But, you know, then after that, I mean, I just gave up, you know. I mean, I did like, oddly enough, The Memory Remains. I know that one's not very liked. Or Until It Sleeps. I did like those songs, but those albums, I just couldn't get into. And Saint Anger was just horrible for me. I mean, I got that CD for free from Electra Records, and I don't know how that happened. One day I came home, I checked my mailbox, and I got a package from Electra Records. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I opened up, and Saint Anger. I was like, oh. And I haven't heard it yet. And it brought a DVD. So I played the DVD first. And I was like, oh, this ain't good. And I don't think I ever listened to the studio version until probably somebody asked me to do a track by track. I think I did a track by track. Man, what a terrible album. And honestly, as bad as that album is, you know, most people don't like it. I liked it more than Death Pathetic. Death Pathetic was, to me, the worst out of all of them. And that's the one that everybody, oh, they're back, or I like that one, and this and that. And I was like, that was the one that kind of bothered me because it was Metallica trying to relive their 80s glory. And it just failed. It sounded like, to me, it sounded like Millionaires trying to be thrash. That's why I was super surprised at the next album, which was, to me, my favorite Metallica album since Master of Puppets. Though it doesn't have a song as good as Blacken, but Spit Out the Bone comes damn close. Hardwired for Self-Destruct, I've said it before. You've probably heard me say it before. I can't stop praising that freaking album. I think it's freaking awesome. You know, I couldn't believe it. It didn't sound like Millionaires trying to be thrash. You know, and I was very, very excited for 72 Seasons, keeping my hopes up that it was going to be as good as Hardwired, you know. And I even went to the theater because the day it premiered in the theater, they showed all the music videos and stuff. And I was kind of like, I don't know about this one yet. You know, I tried getting into it. You know, I think I tricked myself into liking some of the songs. I love Lux Eterna. I mean, that first one I heard, I was like, yeah, that's total British, new wave of British heavy metal. There's even a Diamond Head reference in it, you know, Lightning to the Nations and stuff. Loved it. So that gave me a lot of hope for that album. And then, yeah, after I listened to it, I was kind of like I was like, you know what? If Darkness Had a Sun ain't bad. And I think another one, it's all right. You know, 72 Seasons title track. But boy, I listened to that not too long ago, and it's just not good. You know, it is kind of like a continuation of Hardwired, but not as strong, except for Lux Eternal. Yeah, they didn't really stray from the sound they were doing on Hardwired, in my opinion, but it just didn't connect to me like Atlas Rise and Now We're Dead and Halo, Fire, and of course Spit Out the Bone. I even loved the Lemmy song, which a lot of people don't love because it doesn't sound like Motorhead. I thought it was a fantastic song. I think it's a fantastic album, and I played it like a month ago. I still think it smokes, but a lot of people don't. And then there's a lot of people that no matter what Metallica does, it sucks. You know, there's people out there, I've literally seen people say that, you know, online, that I don't care what they release, I ain't gonna like it, you know. Which is, you know, hey, if you want to live your life that way, you know. I wasn't expecting to like anything they've done till Hardwired. I was shocked. That's the album that made me go see him again, because the last time I saw Metallica was on the Load tour, and it was so fucking terrible that I got pissed. And I was like, that's it. I give up on Metallica, you know? But at the same time, I still had this hey, they're doing what they want to do, so I gotta respect that. I don't care, whatever. I may not like it, but and look at what they are now. They're a fucking stadium band. They are the biggest metal band. You know, there's no denying that. You know, they play stadiums around the world, and they're humongous. You know, but yeah, 72 seasons didn't really make me want to go watch them again. They gotta release a kick-ass album like Hardwired for me to get up and go watch them again. But at the same time, I hate stadium shows. I did see the Hardwired at a stadium, and though it was an awesome show, I hated the experience being there all day because I'm too old, you know? And I was down there in the pit, and, you know, I'm used to that shit when I was younger, but now it was kind of like, I'm too old for this shit, man. But I gotta respect them anyway. I don't care. I know a lot of people hate them, and I think the main reason I don't hate on Metallica because it's so goddamn trendy to do it. I don't hate on Nickelback, even though I don't like them at all. You know, I just focus my hate on Sammy Hagar Belcher. You know, that's who I'll always hate. But anyway, hey, there's people that love Metallica. There's people that love everything Metallica has done. I'm not one of those people. But I gotta respect them, and I really want to see this Metallica Saved My Life movie. You know, I'd love to see what all these diehard fans have to say. I bet it's very moving, and I look forward to seeing it. But anyway, what do you all think? Hey, Metallica lovers and haters, leave your comments below. I would appreciate that. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell and like the video, because it's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to whatever the hell you want. I'll listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.